Establish straight line of basic length to coincide with center of joist nearest desired location. Use straight edge or chalk line. This then is your baseline, AB. At each end of this baseline, project a perpendicular line at least 24 inches long using a common carpenter square. This 24-inch line, therefore, should run between the 16-inch centers of the two joists selected for the bearing and 4 inches beyond each of the centers. Brackets must be mounted no closer than 2.5 inches from the back wall. Cut two 3/4-inch plywood plates, 24 by 22 inches. Center plywood plates over perpendicular lines A and B and mount to ceiling joist using 2.5-inch leg screws. Drill 3/16-inch hole at point A. Place bracket so that the slotted hole number 1 and point A coincide. Fasten in place with packaged 1-inch leg screw. Align bracket so that the perpendicular line passes through center of slotted hole number 3. Drill and fasten. Repeat with second bracket on the opposite perpendicular line. Holes 1 and 3 are spaced 16 inches on center to coincide with centers of the ceiling joists. Cut two 3/4-inch plywood plates 24 by 22 inches. Select two pairs of ceiling joists in the desired installation area so that the distance from the center point of the first pair to center point of the second pair most nearly coincides with the basic length of the model unit being installed. Establish straight line of basic length centered between outer joists. Use straight edge or chalk line. This then is your baseline AB. Brackets must be no closer than 2.5 inches from back wall. Fasten first plywood plate to both members of the first pair of joists, aligning 22-inch edge of plate flush against the line AB and centering plate on joists as shown. Use 4 packaged 2.5 leg screws to affix plate to 2 points on each joist. For easier installation, pre-drill the 4 locations with 3/16-inch drill through plate, plaster, and joist. Repeat procedure with second plywood plate on second pair of joists. Again, making sure that the 22-inch edge is placed flush against line AB and plate is centered on joists as shown. Perpendiculars to line AB from point A and point B must be drawn to cut across the full 24-inch lengths of respective plates. These perpendiculars are the center lines of the brackets. Fasten brackets to each plate so that the perpendicular line passes through the centers of each of the 3 slotted holes and so that the slotted hole number 2 lies on midpoint of the perpendicular. Use 1-inch screws. The ceiling brackets are designed to hold up to 4 full-size backgrounds. These are backgrounds which measure greater than 3.5 inches in diameter when rolled onto a roller, or 7 compact backgrounds. These are backgrounds which measure less than 3.5 inches in diameter when rolled onto a roller. To install roller unit, remove all machine screws from the top of the drive assembly. Slide drive assembly inside ceiling bracket and position it so it is aligned with desired set of holes. Place all machine screws through the bracket holes and into the drive assembly housing, tightening each only after all have been inserted. Install idle end into the opposite bracket and position it against the corresponding set of holes. Insert and tighten all machine screws. Place drive end of roller onto squared shaft of drive assembly. Place male roller end in receiving slot of idle end. When roller is seated, final adjustment should be made by adjusting position of ceiling bracket by use of slotted holes so that roller has 1/8 lateral movement for correct operation. Install 3 or 4 additional screws along the inboard edge of each ceiling bracket where the majority of the weight is supported. When installing multiple roller units, the additional roller assemblies are to be installed in the other open sets. Note: for full-size backgrounds and for all model MW units, the roller assemblies must be installed in every other hole set. For compact backgrounds, roller assemblies can be installed in consecutive hole sets. To assemble crank, simply affix crank handle to crank rod using screw provided. In actual operation of Rolleasy, the roller will turn only when a slight downward pressure is applied on the crank during cranking, disengaging the locking device of the drive assembly. Use of cutting edge. When paper becomes soiled, remove internal wing nuts and machine screws. Loosen end nuts. Do not remove end nuts. Advance cutting edge beyond soiled area, tighten end nuts, and replace machine screws with wing nuts. Cut with single edge razor blade along lower recessed edge of cutting edge and remove soiled portion. Installing background paper to roller. Insert roller in fiber core. Place clamp on exposed core end, fasten firmly in place. Install cutting edge. Applying background to roller. Unwind background approximately 3 inches. Place aluminum roller firmly alongside of remainder of roll. Tape exposed end of roll to roller while continuing to hold roller firmly against roll. After taping, transfer remainder of roll to aluminum roller. Install cutting edge.